Welcome back here today on the beautiful campus of Florida Panhandle Technical College. I hate my job. I'm surrounded by a bunch of beautiful women this morning, and we're talking to the Florida Panhandle Technical College STEM Club. Now, these young ladies just recently returned from state competition where they won. Hold up that trophy for me. This beautiful trophy. We're going to be talking to these ladies about what is STEM, what is the STEM Club, what is it that they do, the fulfillment that they get as being a part of this. Now, these are overachievers. These are young ladies that are going to be somebody someday. Keep your eye on them because they are people that are going to be going far in their relative industries. We're going to talk about all this and more when we come back, and we will be right back. Welcome back. As mentioned, today we're visiting with the STEM Club from Florida Panhandle Technical College. I tell you what, I don't have very many mornings when I get to be surrounded by beautiful young ladies like this all the time, so I appreciate the opportunity. What is your name?
Grace.
Now, Grace, you are holding this trophy. Tell me what this trophy represents.
This trophy represents the project part of the competition that we won about having one of the best ideas on how to decrease landfills.
To decrease landfills?
Yes, sir.
So basically fighting pollution, fighting the opportunity for us to run out of space eventually, and also eliminating maybe some of the places where we're putting all this toxic stuff that eventually is not going to be very good for us.
Yes, sir.
Now, where did you guys go for this competition?
We went to Niceville to the Northwest Florida Panhandle College.
Okay. Much like Florida Panhandle Technical College, that school was recently renamed from a technical center to a technical college. What do you think about that? Just to kind of get your candid thoughts on that. This used to be the old VOTEC, the school in which we're located today. It was called the Technical Center. We have become a technical college just in the last year. This gives people the opportunity, moving from high school into future education, a chance to go to college without having to go to an expensive four-year college. You got any thoughts on that?
Well, I like the idea that we can go here for free and be able to do something that has to do with like technology and stuff, because that's actually what I want to do whenever I grow up.
You're aware that as a high schooler you can come here, be dual enrolled, take courses here totally free?
Yes, sir.
So you've been made aware of that?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to take advantage of that?
Yes, sir.
It's something probably for your parents to be excited about too, because you're actually going to be able to get a double education, sometimes graduating from this school, even before you graduate from high school, if you go on to a four-year college, to be able to get a career here, even as a welder, a cosmetologist, maybe in food industry, as a draftsman, as an electrician, and be able to have a good, well-paid job part-time instead of having to flip burgers. Nothing wrong with flipping burgers, but a lot of people going to four-year college have to take a job like McDonald's or something like that, and obviously we need those workers, but to have at your option a chance to be able to do a job that's maybe got a little bit more to it in the way of brain power, I think that's pretty interesting.
I do too. I really like the idea of being able to do something worthwhile. Well
said. You're the shortest person here in the room. Come forward just a little bit more. I've been giving you a hard time about that this morning, and don't worry, I give everybody a hard time. Tell me your name.
Jenna Stewart.
Jenna, now you were part of this team. When did you actually go and do this competition?
We did it 2 weekends ago. It was at the Northwest Florida Technical College, like she said, and
you had a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time.
And what better way to have a good time than to bring back the gold? You guys won. Now, were there multiple places that were awarded?
Yeah, there was about 8 different trophies that were handed out for like categories like technical, robot design, project, core values, and robot performance.
And which one did you win?
We won the project.
Now, I understand that you guys have a name for your team, and what is that nickname for your team?
The Robotic Riveters.
The Robotic Riveters. Now, that's based on what character?
Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah, and you know who that character is. She generally wears a kerchief, and she's usually making a bicep pose, right? Let's see you guys all make the Rosie the Riveter pose for me. I tell you what, we have some strong youth here. Come over here just a second. What is your name?
Reagan Corbin.
Now, Reagan, you're a little more familiar to me, as well as a couple of these other girls. You've been through the robotics camp here on campus before, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you planning on coming back again this year?
Yes, sir.
And what's your favorite part about that robotics camp?
Being able to come and work on robots and program it and watch it do its thing.
Yeah, and you guys spend the whole week here on campus. Now, you get a chance to go through the electrical program and see the solar panels. You guys get a chance to build Lego robots. You actually did some solid fuel rockets last year, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Now, how did you do in that exercise?
Did pretty good. It went pretty high.
Yeah, we've got who's the gentleman that comes and teaches that part of it?
Johnny.
As you actually participated in one of the interviews that we did here last summer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And your voice has not gotten any louder in the meantime, has it?
Yes, sir.
Now, you actually made the trip and were part of this competition. What part did you do, Abby, as part of this competition?
I was a programmer.
Okay.
For the robot.
And what did actually you have to do for that?
We had to write different programs and download them to the robot and test them.
Okay. Is this something that you plan on doing every year? Do you have the option of participating every year? And for how many more years can you participate as part of that ROLAC opportunity?
I can participate for 2 more years, and I plan to.
Okay. Thanks for being here this morning. Ms. Holly, I recognize you. You also were part of the participants last summer in the robotics camp. You actually were very well spoken. You actually interviewed Abby, if I remember correctly.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about your experience at this competition a couple weeks ago.
Well, I've been in the program for 2 years now, so this is our first year actually going to regionals, though. I also program the robot and test it, and I also work on the project. This is our first year going to regionals. Last year we went to regional qualifiers, but we didn't make it. So this is the first team from Florida Panhandle Technical College to ever make it to regionals.
Yeah, and that's quite a feat in itself. Now, are there other competitions beyond this, larger ones that encompass a larger area that you may qualify to do now?
Yes, sir. There is a state competition and a nationals competition after regionals.
Okay, and when is the state?
State is May 7th.
And are you going to participate in that?
No, sir. We sadly did not make it.
Okay. Well, it gives you something to shoot for next time, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
You've been hiding behind me here. You come on over here just a second. You guys switch places here. Tell me your name.
Imani.
Imani, now, what was the best part of going to this competition where you guys won this trophy? Aside from actually winning the trophy, obviously that was probably the very best part, but what did you enjoy about that experience?
I enjoyed having really fun, and I enjoyed everybody coming, and we did great, and we just had fun.
You just had fun. Recognizing that you, the age that you guys are, is this the first year that you participated in the STEM club?
Yes, sir.
And are you going to participate in this upcoming year?
Yes, sir.
So I'd say it was probably pretty much a success from your point of view?
Yes, sir.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I'm not really sure. So.
Would it be fair to say that competition such as this, or just participation in the STEM club in general, makes you aware of the opportunities and gives you a better idea of maybe the choices that you have to choose from when you decide what that career is going to be?
Yes, sir.
What was your most challenging part of being part of that competition? I know there was probably a lot of nerves involved, probably sort of nervous when it came down to the competition. What was the most challenging part for you personally?
Yeah, well, I had to do this mission, and it was weird because it was you had to place it in the right part, and then it was just, but we still had fun.
And that seems to be the recurring theme. You guys had fun, you had a good time. I would imagine it builds a lot of friendships, so you guys probably already knew each other pretty well by the time you went, but when you depend on somebody else to do their part, do you think that that helps with that team building?
Yes, sir.
Thanks very much for all of you to be here this morning. This is exciting stuff. I think I spoke to everybody. We're here with the Florida Panhandle Technical College STEM Club. They just recently returned, and this trophy and award is called what?
The Innovative Solution Project Award.
And you should get an award for being able to read upside down, because that's what you had to do to read that off of there, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations to all of you guys, and thanks for taking the time for being here this morning. I know that you had to take time out from classroom, which I'm sure probably really hurt your feelings, or not. We're here on the campus of Florida Panhandle Technical College. We offer over 40 degree and certification programs. We alluded to the fact that we allow dual enrollment if you're a high schooler. If you are a high school student, you need to check into the opportunity for jump-starting your career. You can go to Student Services right here on Hoyt Street. You can go to our website, which is FPTC.edu. Find out all the opportunities, starting as a high schooler and progressing right on up, and there are no age limits. We have students on campus here in their 60s, not missing that opportunity to retool their lives, to start a new career. In this case, we have the younger end of that timeline. These young ladies, certainly of which we're all proud for performing like they have. Whether they won the trophy or not, the bottom line is that they're participating. They're part of new technology, STEM being science, technology, engineering, and math. And that's something we didn't talk about. What do you actually do during STEM Club? In this case, you went to a competition and you had Lego opportunities for that competition. But what does STEM Club actually do overall throughout the year?
Well, in the beginning part of the year, we did robotics, which was programming robots and building a project, which we built a chair and a table out of books. And then right now, we are working on Sea Perch, which is making a robot that will do missions underwater.
Wow. That's pretty strong stuff. Are you looking forward to what comes next? I would imagine that it's always exciting, never knowing really what the next step is.
Yes, sir.
What do you want to do when you get older?
Well, I'm thinking about maybe doing a computer-based job where I work on the computers to make them better and newer.
I think it's probably fair to say that there's no industry that is not going to rely heavily on computers, unless it's somebody who's digging a ditch with a shovel, and there's almost no way to computerize that yet anyway, except maybe by a robot doing the work. There's almost every industry requiring now the ability to work on computers. Computers run our cars for us. They run our cameras that we're filming with today. But more importantly, we need people that can fix the computers. And so, well said what you said. Obviously, lots of growth industry there, lots of opportunities for a job. Are you married yet?
No, sir.
Yeah. Do you intend to be married and have a family one day?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you're going to wait a few years.
Yes, sir.
Thanks again for being part of the discussion. And thanks to y'all for being here this morning. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, we're here at Florida Panhandle Technical College. One life, 1 year, one career is our motto. Come here and in less than a year be able to get qualified to get a well-paid job in the real world. If you've been downsized, a nice way of saying you've lost your job. If you're an older adult, perhaps you've recently experienced a divorce. If you're a single parent looking for more income, if you want to explore those opportunities for that well-paid job, check us out at our website, fptc.edu, or you can come by the Student Services right here on Hoyt Street in downtown Chipley. Florida Panhandle Technical College, a career in a year. Right now, we're here with the STEM Club from Rolac Middle School, and I'll tell you what, hopefully you're excited and impressed because I certainly am. We'll be right back.